Hello everyone, I'm Sandy Anastasi, psychic channel, intuitive astrologer, and soul coach. And I'm here with my tarot tip number 27. This tip is about the astrological layout, and in particular, the extended family and more. Folks, in this tarot tip, I'm expanding on what you learned in my tarot tip number 27, where I showed you how to find key people in your client's life, like their mother, their father, their children, their friends, their significant other, and more, using the astrological layout. You now know how to lay your cards out in a circle, using 12 cards starting at the 9 o'clock position and placing them counterclockwise around the circle. If you know astrology, you can just think of this as an astrology chart layout. In astrology, we call this technique spinning the wheel. It works quite well in the tarot as well. Here's where to find more key people in your client's life using this layout. The best friend of your client will be at the 3 o'clock position in your layout, or in astrology, the 7th house. Your colleague will be at the 4 o'clock position, or the client's 6th house. The client's siblings are going to be at the 7 o'clock position or the 3rd house, if you are thinking in astrology terms. That also describes specifically your oldest sibling. Your second oldest sibling, by the way, will be at the 5 o'clock position or the 5th house. The third oldest sibling will be in the 3 o'clock position or in the 7th house. If your client has more siblings, every 3 cards, including the one you're on, is going to be the next youngest sibling. Very simple. The aunt or uncle on the mother's side will be at the 4 o'clock position or the 6th house. The aunt and or uncle on the father's side will be at the 1 o'clock position or the 9th house. The grandmother on the father's side will be at 9 o'clock or the 1st house. The grandmother on the mother's side will be at 3 o'clock or the 7th house. The grandfather on the father's side will be at 3 o'clock or the 7th house. And the grandfather on the mother's side will be at 9 o'clock or the 1st house. How about children? You know from my last tip that your client's children are in their 5 o'clock or the 5th house position. That's also specifically the oldest child. If your client has a second child, you'll find that child at 2 o'clock or the 8th house. A third child will be at 11 o'clock or the 11th house. And if there are more children, you'll find the next child in line. Every 4th card moving counterclockwise will be the next youngest child. Now give this reading layout a try for yourself and see how many of these relationships you can find in your own life from your own reading. You're going to be amazed at how detailed you can be when you describe what's going on for all these people in your extended family and friends. To find their circumstances, just first find the person, then look at the cards before and after them. Before them would be to the left or clockwise, and after them would be to the right or counterclockwise. If it's before them, it would be their past, and if it's in front of them, it would be their future. Wow. So not only can you find the person, but you can look at that person's immediate past. The card that represents them in its position will be their present, and the next card that falls after them, moving counterclockwise, is going to be their future. Simple. This layout is also great for separating out the relationships and the children in families with multiple marriages, with children from different parents, all living together. Yes, you can sort those relationships out using the astrological layout. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that in my next tip. And then, at least until you decide to go deeper into studying the astrological tarot on my website, I'll be done with my discussion of the astrological layout, at least for a while. I'll see you next month with another tip. Meanwhile, visit me on my website at www.sandyanastasia.com and find out more about me and my work and the tarot. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.